All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me as always. Here we go with some Saturday morning yoga with me. My name is Jiya. Pronouns she and her. This is an all levels yoga, and pretty much all I do is I'm sharing my practice with you. So I've got my phone turned on. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more than I would if I was just practicing by myself. Because quite honestly, that is a excuse me. I've been a yoga teacher now for almost 16 years. It's very difficult for me to not talk and teach a little bit. Even when I'm by myself, I have a tendency to be thinking about how do I teach this. So certainly something I'm working on to give my own personal practice a little bit of a boost. But the point is, you don't have to go and do it exactly as I do, because this is your practice. And it's my practice, right? Everybody's yoga is a little different because every space, body is different, right? And that includes your feelings, that includes your breathing. And it's not just about arms and legs and hips and shoulders and all the rest of it, right? Your work is what counts. It's not even about the results. It doesn't matter how flexible you get, how much stress you release, because those things are going to happen. You will get physically stronger. Some of it's just simple. It's nature. It's how the body works and moves, how the brain functions, how we feel it, right? As the breath calms, as the mind focuses, and as the strength and the flexibility increase. This is all going to happen on a certain level. But what makes it deeper with doing yoga versus anything else is that we're bringing our full awareness to it. We're connecting deeply with it. And it is a conscious, mindful thing. We are part of it fully on multiple levels. And that's what makes it more than just activity. And it is more than just a massage. Again, it's a great thing to relax and relieve your stress. It's more than just calisthenics, right? And stretching before and after that. All of which are perfectly good ways to build strength and flexibility. Going a little bit further than that, a little bit deeper into all of it, because it's all there. There is no separation for it. It's not like we've got two things that we've put together. You cannot take your feelings out of your body. You cannot take your feelings out of your thoughts. You cannot take your thoughts out of your body, etc., etc. You see that. You know that, right? We sometimes talk about them that way, just as it's a teaching technique. Right? Put a little extra awareness to one part, but always the others are there. They're really not parts at all. Okay? And we're not taking two separate chemicals and mixing them. It's not like Legos. Whatever. There's not ingredients. This is you, and me, and everyone else. Okay. Alright, now I've talked enough. You're going to hear some more of me talking as we go. We'll start seating. Seated. Don't work your way down. Be comfortable here. Whatever is right for you. Cross-legged or otherwise, but it is your body. If you need a chair, use it. It's okay. So we're going to sit nice and tall. Little action here. We're going to let our breath begin to move. Now if you want to place your hand here, one hand, doesn't matter which one. Maybe one on the other, it's up to you. You just want to let them rest in your lap, on your knees, feel free. Just the awareness of your breath now. Now it's going to change your breath, well, just simply because you focus on it a little bit. Yeah. Bring that extra awareness to bear. You can feel the physical part of it. You feel the movement up of your chest, in and out of your abdominal muscles. begins to calm. Simply because we started this focusing a little bit. It will start to change at some point. Maybe not right away. Maybe it already has. Just simply by bringing the awareness to it, it will begin to slow. It will begin to deepen. Change might be small. It's not about how big of the change is. Really, even if it changes at all, it might not. The point here is you do not have to try to slow the breath. You do not have to make effort to make it deep. Just want to make sure it moves nice and calm throughout. Just a couple more breaths here. We'll get into as we exhale next. Get into a little warm-up movements. We'll lean back first. Once you put your fingertips on the floor by your hip joints, now the hands not too far out. You don't squeeze your shoulders together. A little space there. Lean back. Work on middle. Little strength. Press the heels of your hands pretty firm. Strong middle. And just pause a moment here. Feel the length of it. Now if you're ready, and you don't have to go any further. I mean, you might already be done. It's okay. The inhale. We'll lift our chest a bit, keeping the middle working so the pelvis does not tip. This creates a curving as we breathe, as we open. The awareness of the movement itself, not how far. You're present with it. Yeah, it can't go very far, not really. This is as far as it has to go, right here and now. Exhale. And this is, we're trying to stay present in our effort. We don't want to hurt ourselves. Ahimsa, non-harming. Right, left hand beside us as the right arm comes up. There we go. Big length here. And our exhale, we arch up and over. And we're going to let this side release once we hit our limit. There's a little action here, a little action here through the center. And we breathe. Go as far as you can, but don't hurt yourself. And when you reach that space, allow it to relax or allow it to stay calm. And just think this is santosha, contentment, acceptance. And I add in acknowledgement. Right? You're dealing with a rib injury. This might not be a big move. Maybe in the past you've gone further. You want to be able to go further in the future. And these are fine. But right here and now is your practice. So you've reached your limit without hurting yourself. You're allowing that space to be strong and open. Inhale up. Accept it. Acknowledge it. You have the injury. You have that distance to go. Right hand down, left arm up. And be content with it. Exhale out. Same thing now as we go here. This side might be different. It's a different side. Cool. This distance between them will eventually, with practice and time, even out. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be now. Again, acknowledge that. Accept it. Be content with the release here and now. And we inhale up. Okay, nicely done. Now, couple more warm-up movements. We're going to start a twist now. So that link that we've created here, and the awareness of the center of the body, that moving up and down, we're going to keep that going. And we're going to turn that a little bit. Take the back of your left hand. I'm going to switch my feet position here just because I want to. You do not have to. Flex your toes. Left hand behind us. Right hand behind us. Left hand here. Oh my goodness. Exhale, twist. Breathe. Too many sides to the body. Not real. Let that breath flow now. Nice and calm. Inhale and twist. Let's do the other side. Back of the right hand towards the left. Hand behind it. And we exhale and twist. And breathe. And allow it to relax, whatever it needs to. When we get as far as we can. Stay there with that. It's possible to turn further as it relaxes a bit. It may not. Again, it doesn't have to. Be content. No more is needed. Inhale and untwist. Very nice. Okay. One more forward fold here. I'm going to just kind of start to come forward with our exhale. Walk your hands wherever and just release yourself a little bit. The point where you don't need to do much. You let again the hips, the thighs, the lower back. Don't try to round down. So open. Again, your awareness here. We're not just flopping over our feet, our ankles. We are deliberately moving with awareness. And extending is not pulling the spine longer. And allowing the muscles to relax around that effort. And our inhale, strong in the middle, using the hands as we have to. Up we sit. Pause a moment in the hands wherever works for you. Feel the space of your breath. The flow of your thoughts. Awareness of your body. And we're going to roll forward, two hands and knees. Now, as we open the eyes, and turning along the mat a little bit, if you have to, like I am. Now we're going to come into a downward facing dog. I want you to stiff one foot back. Again, it doesn't matter which one. We're going to get some length here. So we've got this nice long plank. Again, your feet are pretty far back. Shoulders above the wrists. Turn your shoulders out. Little flex in the knees. And then shift your weight back. And it is not about how high your hind end goes, how close to the floor your heels get, but that movement back at the line of the hips. That slowly balances. hands and knees. We're going to take our knees wider than the hips, just a bit. Bring the toes in. Now we work the middle. And we'll exhale back quite deep. Now sinking toward your heels. Your upper body stays pretty long. Very similar to where we were in down dog. And a little more curve there, just a bit. You don't have to put your head on the floor though. Our next inhale, we come on up to hands and knees. Bring our knees inwards, just so they're back lined up. And again, we go to that down dog again. One foot back, and the other. Turn your shoulders, and exhale. Now maybe you don't have your knees flexed this time. Maybe you do. It's okay either way. Go where you can. Do what you can. This is all you have to do. Inhale now. All right. Now we're going to go into the tiger's tail. Now this is sort of a combination of the half scorpion with a little bit more of a movement similar to a half bow. Except we're going to keep both hands on the floor. We're just going to use the strength of our legs and our middle, our awareness to create the back arch. We're going to do the left side first, just because that's the side I've got towards me. Strong middle. You need to hold your mat up, feel free, either under the hands or the knees. We inhale, and just kind of take it forward a little bit, which moves it up. So the start of this arch is real small. And then, now, very strong middle. Left knee stays bent. Relax your toes a bit. Left knee stays bent at a 90-degree angle. Don't let the knee roll out, though. We lift it up as high as we can. So this has a little stronger lifting motion than the half bow pose does. There's a slightly bigger back, upper back arching than in the scorpion pose, the half scorpion. Lots of strength in your middle though, no matter what. Now we're going to exhale, we're going to pull the knee up towards our forehead as we round the spine out. Now really work your abs a bit. You don't actually have to knee yourself in the face. No, be careful. And inhale, left knee down. Okay, we try the other side. Same thing, we're going to do both of them. So, get yourself set. Inhale. The upper body a bit. Exhale. Lift it. You don't have to touch the back of your head. It's a long way. No worries. And again, we're going to pull that knee in. Round it out. Keep your breath moving. Next inhale, right knee down. And again, we're going to extend one leg and then the other. Find that plank. Turn our shoulders. And again, we exhale. Downward facing dog. Now try to keep your legs as long as you can this time. Again, don't give in the temptation to kind of push down through the heels though. You're going to actually bring more work up the fronts, which oddly allows the heels to drop. a harder movement in terms of awareness. It's easier to shove down through the back, but that's where the injuries can come. Do it the hard way. Be stronger for it. Promise. Inhale forward. I'm going to exhale, come down, knees, chin, chest. Pause a moment here, keep that middle strong. Shoulders are back. And we uncurl our toes and tip our pelvis up and push down. And bring your legs in. Now, excuse me. So we're going to come into another little kind of variation here. We're going to do a back arch variation that is similar, that incorporates our chaturanga positioning. So we got a lot of strength in the arms. So we want to slide the hands back pretty far. Right, so we're deeper than if we were to do just a regular Bhujangasana Cobra pose. So the fingers, tips of the fingers back towards the line there of the lower chest muscle. And your mileage may vary. But you basically want to try to stack your elbows as much as possible above your wrists. Palms flat, very strong. Now we tip the lower pelvis up in front by pushing the pelvic bone down. Now, toes are flat, tops of the feet are flat, thighs are working down, toes don't turn in. There is a backwards link here to the lower spine. You don't raise very high. So you inhale, arch up the upper body. And then you push. Now you be strong. You feel the weight through your hands. You're not trying to shove yourself up. We're adding support to allow this arch, even though it's very small, to be nice and long and strong. Breathe. Feel like you're just kind of letting your hands up, push down. You can work. Keep shoulders back. All the way through. Then exhale, slowly come forward till your forehead touches, and just let your hands drift up underneath your forehead. You can turn your face if you prefer. Go where you can. We're going to bring the hands back just a little bit behind the shoulders. Now your middle stays strong as we curl our toes under. We inhale up. Now once you're up on hands and knees, bring your knees in a bit. Stepping them just a bit wide in the hips again. Bring toes towards each other. Now we're going to exhale and round it up. And then drop back. So a little more curve here. Just a bit. You can work your hands back out. Once you've reached the further step, your hips are going to go. Breathe. You can bring the hands underneath the forehead if it works better for you. Inhale up. Hands and knees. Nicely done. All right, we're going to bring the knees in. One more down dog. Step the feet back about hip width apart again. In as long as you can have it. Exhale. Shift the weight back. There we go. Good job. Just a few more breaths now. Rest when you need. It's okay. In the next exhale, we walk our feet in. Bend your knees quite a bit. Flex your toe. Flex them. Bring the knees inward. All right, easy fold. There we go. Goodness. I had too much coffee. Exhale, allow your legs to extend. Your body hangs. Just really drop a little deeper. You drop a little deeper after a breath or three. It's okay. Inhale your next one, we roll up. Come vertical. Let the palms open out. Here we are in mountain pose, Tadasana. Breathing. And what's your breath like now? Faster, slower? Again, it doesn't really matter so long as you're not holding it. You're not forcing it. Alright. We're going to come into a balance. Easy one to start. Nothing too fancy. I'm just going to do flamingo pose. Alright. I'm going to stand on the left foot first. Just cause. So here we go. Look at this work now. I'm going to lift the right heel. Alright? And remember, it's balance. All the weight on one foot. It's all that has to happen. So if this is it, stay with that. Strength will build. You come higher, come higher, come higher. You got to get the hand. If this is it, perfect. You can bring it even higher. Keep yourself vertical. Take it where you can. Be content when you get there. Whatever it is for you. Body's going to shift. It's going to move. Look closer. You see my leg is working really hard. That's okay. It's hard work. Inhale the right foot down. Let the hands open out. Pause a moment. Breathe into Tadasana. This is it. Be present with it. Be content, right? There's no dwelling on how hard it was. How easy it was. It was. Again, be content with your effort. It's okay to acknowledge that you would like that to be a little bit stronger, your balance to improve. A lot of people do come to yoga for that very reason. But the practice itself, the work itself, is what's going to help it improve, quote unquote, for whatever that means for it. Here we go. Left heel up. Whether you hold the knee, your left foot as you exhale just a few inches off the floor, or bring the knee all the way up, it's up to you, your body. Full effort though. And you can't go halfway. I mean, if you can bring the knee here, don't just let it hang down here. Right? You've got to be fully engaged. That means making the full effort. You can stand on one foot and wash dishes. Stand on one foot filling up the tank of your car, brushing your teeth. Not really doing yoga at that point. You're just balancing. You go beyond doing. Inhale the left foot down. So right now, you're not just standing here. You're doing more than just getting your weight even, holding yourself vertical. Well, that's part of it. This is a mental thing and an emotional one. Breath flows. Yeah, it's okay. Like, oh, for fuck's sake, when are we going to get to the next one? Feel that. Then come back and be a part of this fully. It's not about the next one. It's not about the previous one. It's about now. Being now. Not needing more. Not worrying about whether you had enough in the past or in the future. Anyhow. More than doing. Being. Alright. Come to the head of the mat now. We're going to step our right foot back. Quite one. Now what we're going to do, we're going to pair up a couple of standing poses here. We're going to come into a warrior two and then come out of that into a reverse triangle. Okay, so we're going to flex the leg and then we're going to release the whole side. So now we're going to reach wide here. So your ankle's underneath your wrists, or as close as you can get to that. The right heel back. The heels are lined up, so the hips are lined up. Make sure your left knee, left toes are straight ahead. Looking towards your left hand, keeping your arms pretty broad. The exhale flexes your left knee. Now if that knee's twisting in, look down, it's okay. Turn that thigh open, use your hand. If your right thigh turned back, lift your lower arm. Again, see how I'm going with the hand? You can do that. It's okay. Breathe. Inhale up. And as you do so, we turn the left hand up. We bring the right hand down. Now this is a two-step process. We exhale back. Just a little bit. I mean, it's not a big move. Time up. And the exhale, we release the whole front of the left leg. You still got strength back here on the right. Stay with it now. Inhale up. Arms where you need. Little flex to the left knee. We're going to step the right foot up. Now, you just want to turn your feet instead. It's fine. It kind of depends on the alignment of your mat. But we're going to take the left foot back. We'll do the same thing now, going the other way. So we're going to come warrior two over the right leg, and then reverse triangle. So, right toes and ankles wide. Thighs roll. Middle work. Don't let yourself lean back now. Be strong. Reach wide. Exhale. Warrior inhale up. Right hand towards the ceiling, left hand down. Again, we exhale. Extend back a little bit. Right arm is up. And we exhale and extend. Reverse triangle. Just a long length of yourself. Feel the motion. It's going beyond your finger. The line of it. So linear. As your thighs and your ribs and your obliques and your shoulders curve around it. Wonderful. Inhale up. In the hands where we need. And this time, you can turn your toes, you bring your feet together, or again, step your left foot up. Either way, get your toes pretty close. Goodness. Now we're going to do another balance. We're going to go right back into it. We're going to come into a half lotus. Now, we're not going to try to do anything other than hold the heel at the hip. We're standing on the left foot first. I'm pointing at that one. So anyway, you follow me along, okay? And I'm going to give you kind of three-quarter view here. I have no idea if it's actually three-quarters or not. Just guessing. So, both feet set, and hands where you need here to start. And we're going to put all the weight on the left foot. This still remains the main part. So once you lift the right heel, and then bring the foot up. If this is it, this is it. But let's find out. I'm going to try to bring that knee up about level with it. The knee begins to flex. The toes begin to flex. And we roll the thighs. Use your hand. Get it laying down. It's okay. You can get the left hand over or under. Yeah, I'm using both hands now. Obviously. And we just stop here. So we've got, it's a half lotus. Almost like we were seated. If you do anything else with it, just stand and be strong and aware. Do whatever you got to with this hand, the right hand. Very good. And we inhale, and we place the right foot on the floor. Excellent. Try the other side. So what's the point of all this, right? So again, we're looking to release some of the work that we had to flex in and activate strength in those standing pulses. Lift your left hand. Now we're continuing to build strength in the inner legs. We did some of that as well in both. Warrior 2, flex your toe, turn your thigh. There we go, that's it. Well, wait a minute. Why are we talking about what we just did? Are we supposed to be now? Yeah. Yeah, we are. And we are. We should. We can't not be. Memories are not bad in and of themselves. Thinking about where this is working, the result of it, is not necessarily bad in and of itself. It's good to learn from your history. It's good to plan for the future, but we can't get caught in it. That's where a lot of stress and worry comes from. Release your foot down. Right? Mindset, mindfulness, awareness. Right? We had that work. We helped open it a little bit. Knowledge is good. Presence is better. Combine the two, like both the strength and the flexibility in the body. Better. It really is. Here we go. Come into a toe balance, sink it down. Lifting the heels, fingertips down. You get here, it's already too much. Sit down. Can you balance higher? Go for it. Hands together if you can. Breathe. We shift our weight forward carefully now. Place your fingertips down. Little lean here. I'm going to cross our ankles in some manner, way, shape, form. Get our hind end on the floor. And there we are. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to get a little release in the inner thighs right off the bat. We're going to come into Baddha Konasana. Now we're not going to fold here. I just want you to really concentrate on this movement, releasing open the upper inner thigh to the grass. We're going to bring the feet in. Up we sit, as always. Leave the hands at the ankles and get them underneath the toes. Go for it. Again, don't quit, don't hurt yourself. This little spot here. The outer edges of the toe, that's the only down this whole thing has. It's really actively down. I mean, you're taking weight down a little bit when you can't help it when you're sitting up, but some of that, most of that's gravity. As you exhale next, just extend out from the hips, out from the groin. It doesn't matter how close to the floor the knees get. I know, I say it every time. Practice, right? Practice is, we reiterate, reset, strength, and in this instance, open, breathe. Feels really good. Let's inhale, let the knees come up though. The hands away. Don't let those legs extend. Alright. Now, we're going to twist here and then work our way into a cradle pose. We're going to do twists on both sides of the body and then come back and work into the hip opening. Take our time with both. So we're going to fisherman's twist here. So we're going to leave the left leg long, right foot up just about the outside of the left knee. Find what works for you. Sit nice and tall. Now keep your left leg working a bit. You don't have to pull so strongly. Just bring the heels off. Oh, we got a little work in there. Left elbow to the outside. You can go round if that works better for you. Now if you're slumping, sit back up. And exhale. Breathe. Inhale and twist. Allow the right leg to slide down. Then we'll uncross the legs. Then we'll do the other side. Here we go. So, oh my goodness. Right leg out. Left foot up. Over. Again. So fisherman's twist. You have to wrap the arm around, elbow out, go where you can, exhale and twist. Breathe. Inhale and untwist. Very good, everybody. Nice job. So I'm going to take that left leg down and uncross. Okay, so now I'm probably going to spin around a little bit here just so you know, just for demonstrations further. So we're going to come into a kind of supported cradle pose, and then we're going to see if we can deepen that just a little bit. All right. So again, as always, go where you can. So again, we're going to leave the left leg long. We're going to roll the right thigh open. I'm going to place the right ankle just above the left knee. Now this is it. Toes are flexed a bit. Right thigh turns out. Now take your hands a little bit behind your hips. Now don't lean too far back. You're going to have to lean a bit. We're going to sit as tall as we can. And so maybe you might end up flexing your elbows. So that's okay. Now, very active, very strong. Doing your level best now to keep the lower back from rounding. Exhale and just pull that left knee up. So here's basically a supported cradle pose. And just pause here a moment and breathe. So we get some strength going in the hips and some opening happening as well. Keep your middle strong. Now, this next part, lift yourself up a bit, trying to wrap the elbows around. And then exhale, slide your left leg long. Ooh. Now we're in a full cradle. So, now sometimes I just have you pick your leg up from that starting position, but I want you to try to see if maybe you could deepen this a bit. Now if you can't interlace your fingers like that, you got your hands here, it's fine. You need to put that left knee back up. It's fine. Go where it works for you. Just a few more breaths. Open the hands out if you had them together. If they're still hanging on the foot and the knee like that, then it's fine. Bring your knee up, your left knee. Now, if you're still at perfect, you're everywhere's where they need to be. Hands down to support. Exhale, slide that left leg long, then take your right leg up. And a little wiggle of the knee. Let's try the other side. Alright? Again, it's up to you. You go where you can. This is all you have to do. Right? All you have to do. It might deepen. It might never. I mean, it's honestly true. You don't know. You depends entirely upon your body. Left ankle here. The space in your hips, the length that you have of your tendons, of your muscles. You can't all be as flexible as some. We will get a little bit more. Lean back. Keep them active. Work your middle. Exhale. Breathe. And again, you got to keep your middle. This is some core work here, right? And extending the right leg. Bring a little strength down. Again, it's not a lot. You're not really pushing a lot of weight down, but you're telling your body, your brain, your breath, your feelings that I'm going to get some support here. Come arms are where they can go. I do not have, nothing has to deepen. I've hit my limit. I can maintain this now. This is what will allow this work to eventually ease, to settle. Hands open out. Again, if you've got your holding on your heel, your knee with your hand, it's fine. Bring that right knee up. It's still there. Perfect. Exhale. Oh, nicely done. And down. Good job. Let's bend the knees a bit. I'm going to lie back and lie down. Get yourself nice and long to the ground here on your mat. Maybe if you're not using it, it's okay. Right? We're going to let our hips relax a bit just by bringing the knees up and in. Hands to the shins, to the thighs. Again, that's up to you. And we press in. Now, so the arms are going to do some work here. That's where a lot of the release is happening, because this flex doesn't have to be strong. It's already done. Let it relax. Let it open. Boom. There it is. Very nice. We inhale and let the feet come in. Now we're going to see if we can open that space just a bit more. We're going to step our feet out just wider than the hips. Knees are above the ankles. Got a little strength. Down now. We'll feel your feet work. We use the hands too. It's a movement up and back. Right? Bridge pose, right? Do this one a lot. And you're going away from your hips. Inner legs stay active. Middle stay strong. So as you inhale, the knees stay pretty much above the heels. Now that might change how you arch, and it's okay. It's a big release, right? Push a little bit with your hands, your forearms, your elbows, and let that length slowly grow. And we exhale now. Now keep that work going. Don't do what I just did. I blew it off. No. Let those knees wiggle forward. Make your abs work. Tuck your tailbone. There it is. Knees and ankles back together. Again, the exhale up and in. Now we're going to do a little counterbalancing move here. So normally I make a big point about keeping shoulders and lower back and forward. We're going to round up a little bit here. So once you've got your strength, now again, don't use your hips. Work your abs. Keep your shoulders from your ears. As you exhale, bring it up. So the lower back comes off the floor a little bit, shoulders a little bit. Just basically a reclined child's pose. Inhale. Let yourself lengthen. So you get your shoulders and your lower back down. And we'll inhale. Alright, nice, easy recline twist to finish. We're going to do that combination that I really like twist, counter twist. So we're going to work our middle. I'm going to place the left knee over the right. Flex your toes. Pretty good. Both feet. Keep your shoulders down. We're going to exhale and just roll onto our right. The outer edge of the right foot and onto the right. Just let that length curve. Breathe. And you don't have to touch the floor with your left toes. If you do, great. And let gravity do it. Be present. Be part of it. Inhale and untwist. Now, keeping your left knee over your right, keeping your right toes flexed. Lots of work in the middle. Exhale, roll to the inner edge of your right foot towards the left hip. Now, you may not twist as far. Don't push with your left leg. Just let the weight do it. Be present to gravity. And again, this is not the deepest twist in the world anyway. This is less about the rotation, more about that opening, growing down your right side. Doesn't that feel good? Around the outside there, the oblique, and then the outer side of the hip. That feels excellent. And if it releases further, it does. If it does, it's okay, we're done anyway. Inhale it. Now we uncross the leg. Now we do the other side. So the right knee over left. Flex toes, flex toes. We're going back left. Onto the outer edge of the left foot, the left hip again, the exhale again. Now we got a nice, strong rotational movement. Let it go where it can. Breathe. Inhale, untwist. Exhale, roll right. Again, don't push. Be with it. And you're not trying to go any particular distance. Your effort here is to be a part of it fully. To not let your mind wander from this that you are a part of. This will allow you open where you can. Inhale, untwist. That foot down. Now we uncross the leg. Bring your arms down a little bit till you found a good spot there beside you. Doesn't matter how far from your hips your wrists are. Palms are up though. And then you can, if you wish, extend your leg. Roll the thighs open if you do that. If it's more comfortable for you to leave your knees bent, then do so. Either way, the space between your heels is yours. Close your eyes. And again, feel your weight. Be present. Be content. And this is not, Santosha is not about, it is what it is. Suck it up, right? We can't always fix whatever it is if it needs fixing immediately. It can take time. and effort over a long time. We all know that from trying, if you've ever had an injury you've had to recover from, trying to recover from COVID or some other illnesses. One of a number of things. If all we do is we dwell on that it's not fixed yet, it's not being fixed. You have to make the effort. But be content with the effort itself, because sometimes it takes longer than one try. Again, we know this. Breathe. You flex your fingers a little bit. Your toe. Let the wrists and the elbows move back and forth, and the ankles and knees. Calm, easy reactivation of yourself. And as you inhale, reaching your arms nice and long up past your ears, your legs extending actively. And then the right arm by the ear, the left knee bends. We're going to exhale and roll right. And we press ourselves up. And once we found a comfortable seated position for ourselves, the hands come together, the thumbs touch the chest. Everybody please smile. You were amazing. I know it. Thank you all so much. Namaste. Okay, thank you all very, very much. All right, let me scoot up here and we'll run through the usual caveats again. So if you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask about yoga. And again, if you have questions about Jiya, I'm happy to answer. You can send me a message or leave me a comment on the video. Either's fine. All right. You're welcome. And then, so the video stays up. You can come and practice again. And I must have hundreds of these things ready to go. Just go back to one of the old videos. The events are all saved. Help yourself. All right. I do ask though, if you wish to make a donation, PayPal link, Venmo link, CashApp link, or on the event sites themselves. Would appreciate whatever you feel is fair. It's much appreciated. No, I've said appreciate a lot. All right. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I'll be back at it next Saturday morning about the same time, 9:30 a.m. Chicago time. Again, I've got folks from other sides of the world. Occasionally I do. I hope you're having a great day, whatever time of day it is for you. And we'll see you all soon. Thank you. Bye.